Namaste everyone. How are you? Hope you're doing all fine. कल का जो हमारा सेशन रहा था that was about all about COPD, asthma, how the lungs are related to respiratory. हम respiration पे इतना क्यों फोकस करते हैं, क्यों हमारे लिए ब्रीदिंग इतनी ज्यादा जरूरी है. आई होप कि वो सारे डाउट्स, वो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको मिल चुकी है रिगार्डिंग ब्रीदिंग एंड हमारी लंग्स. Today, before we start with our today's session, I just want to have a recap with all the exercises जो हमने कल करी थी. That will also help us recalculate, reassess जो हमने कल करी थी, plus हमारे आज के सेशन के लिए warm up हो जाएगा. So, we did 3 exercises yesterday, जिसमें से पहले हमारी थी pursed lip breathing. Pursed lip breathing was basically done to help हमारी लंग्स में जितना भी एयर है वो अच्छे से जा सके, होल्ड हो सके, एंड देन वी ब्लो इट आउट. व्हाइल वी आर ब्लोइंग इट आउट वो कंप्लीटली आउट हो भी पाए. सो वी स्टार्टेड विद इनहेलिंग while you are keeping mouth closed, inhaling from your nose, holding it, and then breathing out with your mouths in an oval form. So you need to breathe in, hold, and then breathe out like you're blowing out a balloon. Again, hold and breathe out. Again, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Again, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. So this was the pursed lip breathing that we did yesterday. Now, next exercise was the diaphragmatic breathing. In that breathing, what we focused was on our diaphragm that is present below the lungs. So what you used to do was you need to breathe in, taking care of your belly that it is being blown out. Once it's been blown out, you need to hold it and then relax. Once you relax, the belly should actually go in. So again, we start with that, 5 repetitions to it. You breathe in, belly out, hold, and then breathe in. Again, you start with hold and you breathe out. Every time you're breathing in and breathing out, you need to take care. While you breathe in, you have to breathe in through your nose. And whenever you're breathing out, you need to breathe out through your mouth. So breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Again, focusing on your belly. Last, again. Now, we'll focus on the last exercise that we did. That was deep breathing exercise that was done in a rhythm. Rhythm was 3-4-3, right? 3 was the one which while we are inhaling, you need to count till 3 seconds. Once you inhale, you need to hold your breath for another 4 seconds. Once you hold that for 4 seconds, you need to exhale again for 3 seconds. So we'll start with that. You need to inhale, hold, again, exhale. Again, you need to breathe in, hold, 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 exhale. Again, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Two more times. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. Last, again, inhale, hold, exhale. Lovely. आई होप कि ये सारी एक्सरसाइजेस आपको क्लियर हो गई होंगी. ब्रीदिंग का पैटर्न क्यों हम लोग इतना फोकस करते हैं. Mainly for our lungs to get expanded, to get the air into our lungs till that level of alveoli. जब हमने inverted उसकी बात करी थी, inverted tree की, हमारी lungs की shape उस तरह से होती है. So we want the air to travel till the leaves. So that is the need for deep breathing exercises. Now, today we'll be focusing on two major exercises after you have mastered the deep breathing exercise. That is segmental breathing and thoracic chest expansion exercises. Segmental breathing is basically, as the name suggests, it has to be done for each segment of the lung. So our segments of the lung are divided into three parts basically, upper, middle and lower. It's a very gross thing. हमारे जो लंग्स हैं उसमें दोनों साइड पे अगर हम वैसे बात करें तो देयर आर टोटल 5 lobes, 3 on one side and 2 on one side. But if we are talking on general term, we categorize lungs into 3 basic segments: upper one, middle one and the lower one. The upper one is basically onto your shoulder levels, this middle one is onto your chest level and the lower one is just above your stomach level. Now, when we are focusing on breathing for the segments, we are actually trying to meditate on each part of that lung. So if I want to focus on my upper segment, I need to cross my arms over my shoulder. Keep my meditation, keep my focus on my arms. I need my focus on my hands whenever I'm placing them over my shoulder. Once you have placed the arms on your shoulder, when your hands are on the shoulder, you need to breathe in. While you're breathing in, you need to try and bring your focus onto your hands while they are expanding. Okay, what you need to do is you need to sit in a comfortable position, keeping your back straight. You'll place your hands on your shoulder. Now, once you start breathing, you need to focus on your hands, whether they are getting lifted up and not relaxing when you're breathing out. Okay, so we need to start with breathing in. You need to breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in. While doing this exercise, holding your breath is an optional part. You can do that if you have mastered the deep breathing part. If you feel that you still lack on it, focus on the deep breathing and then start holding in it. For the time being, you can start with just inhaling and exhaling, but the focus has to be onto your hands. So you should be feeling that the lungs are actually getting filled with air beneath your hands. So we are focusing on one segment right now. So that has to be actually the main focus for you. So we start with this again. You need to breathe in. And you breathe out. Again, you breathe in. And you breathe out. Again, you breathe in. You breathe out. You breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Relax. This was the exercise which we were focusing on the upper segment of the lung. Now, next exercise will be to focus on the middle segment of your lungs. For that, you need to cross your arms in such a way that your hands should lie just onto the side of your chest wall. This way. You need to cover it from both the sides. Once you have covered it, you need to again do the same pattern of breathing. You need to breathe in and then you need to breathe out. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. So you start with this. You need to feel breathe coming in onto your hands. The lungs has to expand. Okay. So we'll breathe in. Again, taking care that you're actually trying to focus beneath your hands and to your lungs. Make sure whenever you're doing this exercise, you are actually trying and focusing on this part. If the focus is not on the part, all of the lung will get expanded. The effect of segmental breathing won't be achieved with this. So you need to be very much focused and aligned with this exercise. We'll start with this 2 more times. Relax. Once you relax, you can relax your shoulders, you can relax your arms. If you feel that the position that you're sitting in, you're standing with is not comfortable, you can just relax for a minute and then again start with the next exercise. Segmental breathing has to be very much aligned with your meditation and your focus because, again, like I told you, each segment of the lung has to be filled with that air. For that to happen, your mind and your lungs have to be very much ready for that. Making them ready is done through deep breathing first, and secondly, with your visual feedback, your hands. Lastly, we'll be focusing on the third segment, that is the lower segment, just above your stomach. For this, this can be done through two different modes. One, where you can cross your arms just above your stomach, lower than your lungs, where the diaphragm rests. Or what you can do is you can keep your arms just like this below that area. And then you can breathe in and breathe out. Whichever position is comfortable for you, you can start with that. You need to breathe in, your hands should expand out, and when you're breathing out, they should relax in. So you start with this. This exercise can also be slightly, you know, uh, similar to the one that we were doing yesterday, the deep breathing for your belly, diaphragmatic exercise. But it is different. It mimics it, but it is not the same. While you are doing this exercise, you will feel the difference because the lungs, when you're trying to focus it, they push towards your hand and your hands actually expand out. The belly will go with it, but If you try to focus on your lungs, that will be the major part that is getting actually filled with that air. So you need to focus on that. We'll be doing 2 more repetitions for this. Again, you need to expand out, hold it, and relax. Again, relax. I hope segmental breathing was clearly understood by everyone, because this is one thing that was slightly different from what we did yesterday. It has to be maintained, it has to be focused. You need to have the understanding why it is important. And if you actually align with it, this is the best exercise for your lungs, because the air is actually filled in through each part of the lung. So, like we were talking about it yesterday, that कभी कभार ऐसा होता है that your lungs are not getting filled with that much amount of air कि वो उसको स्टोर कर सके और बाद में हमारे ब्लड स्ट्रीम में भेज सके. बट अगर हम लोग इस पे फोकस करते हैं, वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन इट, आप अपना पूरा फोकस अपनी ब्रीथ पैटर्न पे रखते हो, रिदम में रखते हो, तो डेफिनेटली आपके लंग्स में थ्रू आउट द होल ब्रांचेस ऑफ इट द एयर इज फिल्ड इन. Once it starts filling in, the obstruction tries to remove itself through mucus. That mucus thing can be spitted out, can be moved throughout your lungs towards your tracheal pipe also. But it has to be progressive, it has to be done with exercise and in accordance with your doctor and therapist. Now, before we start with the next exercise, that is the thoracic expansion exercises, I think we can have some or the other exercises or tips and cares for COPD and asthma. There are very simple tips and tricks that you can actually do at your home, at the comfort of your home. Like if you can have a jar of water, any water. If it will be very better if you can color it with some coloring agent, because that will give you a very good visual feedback. Have a straw with you and try to blow some bubbles into it. While you're trying to do that, your lung is being exercised. So it will be a very good exerciser for you if you can incorporate it throughout the day with it. You can have a time limit, select a time for it throughout the day for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you can try blowing as many bubbles you can do at one go. The maximum bubbles you can do and you can hold that, that will help you also give the feedback that how well your lung is responding to it. Along with that, I've also seen that keeping balloons with yourself will also help you. Whenever you feel free and you feel that I want to exercise my lung, you can grab any of the balloon and try to fill it with air. The maximum you can blow it. Just make sure you don't burst it. Don't burst it, but you can blow it the maximum you can. That is also a very good lung exerciser. And also, in case you feel that balloon might not be that much of help, because sometimes I've also seen that balloon or give that uh, slightly smelly experience with that also. So you can have a tissue paper with you. All you need to do is keep a tissue paper in front of your mouth and try to give it a blow. The height of the tissue paper, it flows, will help also tell you how well your lung is responding. I know these might sound slightly, you know, childish, but how would that bad be? It always helps you, right? Being childish, being good child at heart, being happy throughout the day, and balloons and straws are always the first love of every child, right? So I hope these exercises might also help you and give you slight way out of the basic exercises that we do in routine with yoga and therapist, right? Okay. Now, what we can do is we can go towards the thoracic expansion exercises. Now, like we had been talking about it through yesterday, that हमारी जो lungs हैं, वो सिर्फ हमारी एक इन्वर्टेड ट्री की तरह तो है ही है, जिसमें कि हमारा ब्रांचेस आ जाती हैं। लंग्स के बाहर भी एक हमारा सपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर वर्क कर रहा है, दैट इज द मसल्स, द thorax. This thorax is one thing that incorporates muscles that has the chest wall in it. और इस चेस्ट वॉल के साथ साथ हमारे जो मसल्स है ना, उनको भी वर्क करवाना बहुत जरूरी है. यूजुअली वी कॉल देम द असेसरी मसल्स ऑफ द लंग. जब हम इनकी एक्सरसाइजेस की बात करते हैं, व्हाट वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन इज कि इनकी स्ट्रेचिंग अच्छे से हो, ताकि आपका जो चेस्ट वॉल है, जो ये थोरैक्स पार्ट है, ये उतना ही एक्सपैंड करे. अगर इसकी एक्सपेंशन अच्छी होगी तभी तो इसमें एयर भी अच्छे से रोक पाएगा वो. तो उसके लिए सबसे पहले व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन वन एक्सरसाइज दैट आई जस्ट लव टू डू व्हेनेवर आई फील टायर्ड आल्सो. All you need to do is you need to take your hands like this, clasp them, bring it onto the back, bringing your elbows in the front. Sitting on the chair itself, you just need to go back. The moment you lift your head back, your chest wall tries to expand itself. This part gets expanded and also helps your spinal mobility. So all you need to do is bring your hands onto your back of your head, bring the elbows in the front, and then just slightly go back. The moment you go back, you'll feel the pressure coming onto your thorax and your upper limb, your shoulders and your spine. So these all get exercised. And it is the best exercise whenever you feel tired, you want a general mobility for yourself, for your lungs, for your thorax, for your neck. This is the best thing that you can do. Again, you need to pull it back, bring your elbows in the front, and just go back. Come forward, hold this, and again do it. You need to go back and again come down. Two more. You need to go back and come forward. Last, you need to go back and you need to come forward. So relax yourself, relax your shoulders, relax yourself, get into the comfortable position again, and you're good to go. So this exercise will help expand your thorax, and along with that will help the spine with this mobility. Along with that, your accessory muscles for your neck will also be exercised. So all together, we are trying to focusing on the musculature that is in and around the lungs, so that हम उसके स्ट्रेंथ के साथ साथ उसकी स्ट्रेचिंग के साथ साथ लंग्स को एक्सपैंड होने की जगह भी दे सकें. Right? Now, for the next exercise, it will be very grateful if you can have a mat. All you need to do is to come into a position of a cat. So I'll just demonstrate you how we need to do that. All you need to do is you need to come into this position, keeping your knees and your shoulder width on, and your hands shoulder width apart. So once you are in this position, all you need to do is, while you're taking in breathe, you need to bring your back up into an arch. So there should be an arch that is formed by your back. In this, try to focus on your thorax. Again, your upper motions. All you need to do is you need to relax your shoulders, relax your legs, and then just breathe in and then breathe out and form a cat. So in this position, what we are trying to do is we are actually trying to cause an arch on the back. For this, the back has to be actually lifted down. Once that is done, you again breathe in and you lift your thorax up. While doing this exercise, you need to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And this again will be lifting up. While you're moving up, you're causing the thorax to get expanded. Make sure you're also focusing on that, the way we were focusing in the segmental exercise. Again, you need to breathe in and you breathe out. Once you breathe out, form the arch on the back and again breathe in. One more. And relax. While coming back into the position, make sure that you're not overstretching yourself, you're not over pressurizing yourself. You need to be calm and you need to move in slow movements. Once you're done with this, next exercise that you need to do, and the last one for today's session, I hope I'm not getting too lengthy with the session today. That's the last exercise that we'll be doing today. That is for your chest expansion again. All you need to do is you need to bring your hands in front of you. And while you're taking your hands up in the air, you need to breathe in. And when you're taking your hands down, you need to breathe out. Again, when you're breathing in, you need to take in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. So you take it again, get in the comfortable position. You start with this. If you feel that keeping your hands in front might be difficult, you can take it down as well and start from here itself. Hold and down. Again, holding was the same, will be same. If you have mastered the deep breathing process, you can hold it. If you feel that holding would not be helpful, you can slow it down. Again, take in. Now, there is a modification with this exercise as well. In case you feel taking up and down seems monotonous, you can do it outwards. Like you're spreading your arms, trying to take in all the oxygen that is present in the air and trying to take it inside you. Okay? All you need to do is while you're breathing in, you need to expand your arms the maximum. Once you do that, while you're breathing out, just bring them close to yourself and relax. Again. Last. Relax. For relaxing also, you can do this, stretch your arms outside, move your arms. You want to relax, you want to fly, you can even do that. Just relax yourself in any way that you feel comfortable. But while you're doing the exercise, just be focused, just have that meditation thing going into your mind that I really need to focus on that one segment of your lung. Once you master that, definitely I can tell you that you'll be going way ahead with your lung health. I hope today's session was not that much lengthy and it was that much useful that it was like the yesterday one. There'll be again a quiz on WhatsApp today itself. All you need to do is click on the right option that you feel is good and hope to see many of you winning the hamper again. Namaste, take care. We'll see you tomorrow again.